Hey everyone, it's Lucy from KBeautyHobbit.com. Most of my content is all about Korean skincare, but today I thought I'd make one of my favorite types of videos to watch. I love watching people's Amazon favorites, and so I thought I'd share some of my favorites with you. A lot of these are going to be personal care / beauty related in some way, but it's not really a themed collection. It's just the stuff that I use all the time that is awesome, and I'm going to tell you why it's awesome. I'll put links for everything in the description box, and as always, I really appreciate it if you use my affiliate links because that helps support my channel and it helps me keep going with the content, but of course you don't have to. These are in no particular order. Let's get started. The first one is this Flawless brand shaver, and I don't know why it took me so long to get it. I shave my face and have no shame about it, and neither should anybody else about shaving their face, but I usually would use just a regular razor or one of the Japanese razors. But then I saw one of these at my friend's house and she said she loves it. It's literally a little shaver and you can just turn it on like this. It has a little light. It doesn't hurt. It's a little rotating head there. It takes off all the peach fuzz and little whiskers and all that stuff. I am blonde and I have very blonde facial hair. It's not really noticeable. Like I said, it's more of a peach fuzz. However, it's just personal preference. I don't like having it, and I feel like makeup really lies smoother and just my skin feels softer when I don't have hair on it. But with waxing, because I'm so fair, I would usually get really red marks, or sometimes I get ingrown hairs afterwards despite my best effort, and honestly just kind of hurts. So then I started shaving, but occasionally I'd like nick myself. So this really has been awesome. It does not last as long as shaving, so the hair does start to be visible a little bit sooner. However, it takes me 2 seconds literally to do my upper lip, which is my main part that I always have hairless. With the peach fuzz on the cheeks and stuff, that just depends on how I feel. I can also live with it, that's fine. And despite popular beliefs, shaving does not make the hair come back thicker. I wish that happened like that. I would shave my whole head. If it gave me thicker hair, I totally would, but it doesn't. So yeah, I use this now. I've had it for about a month, I think, and it's pretty inexpensive and I love it. Kind of thinking about getting one of theirs with a precision head where you can literally like shave around your eyebrows a little bit, because I am tired of plucking stuff, and again, waxing just gives me horrible irritation on my eyebrows, and threading hurts, and also it requires a separate trip to the mall, which I don't always want to do. So yeah, usually I just kind of shape them myself, which is why they look the way that they look, but I'm kind of thinking about getting the precision head version of this. Next is a game-changing nail product, and I'm not just saying that to be dramatic, it legit is game-changing, and it's called a Squish Light. It looks like this. I made a video recently using this on my horror nails, and guys, it is so amazing. What this is, it's a UV light inside of this flashlight looking thing, and it has a squishy silicone topper, and mine came with 2. So you put on your nail sticker like you normally would, the kind of that you have to cure under a lamp. I have tons of tutorials in my nails video playlist. And then you take the Squish Light, you smush it down on the nail and turn it on and apply pressure as it's on. It starts curing the nail while applying pressure and keeping it really down flat against your natural nail. And what that does is it basically eliminates all the hair snagging at the cuticle issues that people have. This is super inexpensive. This was under $10. It came with 2 little smushy heads. Some people online do say that the silicone tends to rip sometimes, and I'm guessing those people probably have either longer nails than I do or favor sharper nail shapes, like maybe coffin nails or stiletto nails. Mine are pretty short and I keep them kind of like a squoval shape, so I haven't had any rips. But even if you have a rip or a nick or anything in this, it does not affect really its usability unless you totally shred it. And again, this came with a couple. Somebody told me in the video where I first showed this that Jelsi, it's a brand of nails, that they sell their own version of this and they sell replacement heads, but it is so much more expensive than Amazon and looks exactly the same. I would just get it on Amazon, to be honest, and yeah, see how you like it. But for me, it's a game changer. It literally stopped all hair snagging. I've used this on several manicures now, and my nails last for 2 weeks. No snagging at the cuticle at all. It's fantastic. I still cure the nails under a normal light after that, and that's why I have these. I've had these for years. since before I had a YouTube channel. These are UV gloves made specifically to use with UV lamps. So you just put it on, and it has little finger holes for the nails, like this. And the glove protects you from the UV. Like I said, I've had these for years, so long before that article about nail lamps came out. And I just thought maybe it's a minimal exposure. Didn't really know. Studies weren't really out yet, but I just didn't want any exposure if I could help it. So fantastic, super inexpensive, and they just feel like some kind of synthetic material, but they're machine washable and nothing ripped or anything. These specific ones are no longer sold on Amazon, but I'll put a link for something similar. There's a ton of this kind of stuff out there, and I'm pretty sure it's all the same. This idea here I got from Hannah Alonso. She makes a lot of anti-MLM content. I highly recommend her. She makes fantastic videos, and her voice is so soothing and so relaxing. This is the 1 line a day journal for 5 years. It's literally like a few lines a day. And so you have 5 different spots for each date for 5 different years. So when I'm filling this in this year, I'll put 2023 here and put down the most important thing about that day. And then in 2024, I'll come back and put the most important thing about that day. And you can simultaneously look back at this day last year. It's kind of like on this day on Facebook, right? That option, except this is private and it's handwritten and it's wonderful. I do this every night. I have been since end of last year. I got this around October, so I started right in October, so it's going to be like a rolling 12 months for me, not January through December, but it's fine. Honestly, it's awesome. You can either track some specific things in here, or I write a lot of things about my kids and just different stuff with my business and whatever the important thing that day was goes in here, and it's really cool. All right, I have more gloves, but these are not for UV lamps, although you could probably use them. However, these are pretty expensive, or I think they're expensive. They're around $30, but worth it. These are UV blocking gloves that I use for driving and for walks. The brand is KBeautyHobbit, and KBeautyHobbit is more expensive than a lot of other brands, but the quality is fantastic. I've had these for a couple of years. Nothing ripped, nothing tore. They have sort of like grippy layer here on the palm side, and you can get them. They have different models, something longer, some shorter, some that cover hands all the way to the fingertips. I prefer these fingerless ones because a lot of the times I have nails like I do right now, and I don't like that feeling of a glove tugging against the nail. I keep these in my car, and then I keep a cheaper pair also from Amazon in the stroller for walks, but it's night and day difference in the feel of the fabric and how these fit. I honestly just prefer to spend a little bit more and get KBeautyHobbit. To be completely honest, the reason I get these on Amazon versus their website, they do have a website, is because on Amazon, it might be a couple of bucks more expensive, and it's still sold by KBeautyHobbit. Even on Amazon, they have their own storefront, but you get free returns, and the sizing is a little bit iffy. Like in these, I think I wear a size small. Yeah, these are a size small. But then in another product that is also my must-have, these sun sleeves, I wear a size large to extra large. These also live in my car. They feel like cotton, but they have a UPF 50 special fabric, and they're approved by the American Skin Cancer Association or Skin Cancer Foundation, whatever the official name is. But it covers all the way to the forearm. And so if I'm going somewhere, I'm driving somewhere in a t-shirt in the summer, as one might, I put these on. And my dad used to make fun of me, and he made fun of me to his dermatologist. And she said, yeah, sure, yeah, how funny. You also need some though. So he has some as well, and my husband has some as well because he drives a lot, and my dad is having some issues with his skin from sun exposure. And after one trip in the car with sunscreen on his arms and leaving white streaks all over his car interior, he decided that these were no longer so funny and that he actually wants some. I really like these ones because they cover the hand as well, but you could wear them like this also without the thumb part. And Coolie Bar does make others, some that are ending in a glove. It just really depends on what works for you. But I love this fabric specifically because it feels like cotton. It's 52% organic cotton, 43% viscose from bamboo, 5% elastane, exclusive of decoration, and these are machine washable. So highly recommend these. People at work say that they look like men's undies when they just sit on my desk. When I come into work and I just set them on my desk and you can see the seams and they're like, why did you bring undies to work? But honestly, I really don't care what people say because I'm sitting here with not a single age spot on my hands, and that is not the case for everybody my age. So yeah, highly recommend these. Worth a splurge. And I swear, the last Coolie Bar product, I know this is like not an ad for Coolie Bar, this video is not. If they sponsored me, how cool would that be? No, I bought all of these with my own money, and I have more than this. I have other Coolie Bar things, but I didn't want this whole video to be about Coolie Bar. But this, I just used this in April. I love this. It's like a, I don't know, a zip-up hoodie. It's not quite a beach cover-up. Again, it feels like cotton, and that's the biggest selling point of this fabric. It's UPF 50 fabric, which is like SPF but for fabric. So it's high protection fabric, but it's cotton. And normally, if you buy just a cotton thing like this and you can see light through it, that means the sun can get through and you can get sunburned. But because this fabric is specially treated and it's a special UPF 50 fabric, that's not the case. So I wore this on our vacation, like in between swimming and stuff, and my daughter also wore it a couple of times, and it just feels so nice and light and amazing. I really strongly prefer covering up for sun protection on the body versus applying sunscreen. I do apply sunscreen. There's nothing wrong with sunscreen. It's just kind of a pain to try and cover every piece, every crevice, whatever, reapply. It's so much easier just to put something on unless you're actively just swimming. So I do have a lot of UPF clothes like that because that's just, it makes me feel protected and I don't burn and I don't have to deal with sunscreen applications. But that's it for Coolie Bar. That's it for Coolie Bar. My camera died, so if the camera angle changed a little bit, that's why. This next one, I debated showing, and then I thought, well, we're all adults here, and somebody probably needs it and doesn't even know this exists. So I wear a mouth guard, and I have to wear it while I work out and while I sleep. And that thing is made by the dentist and costs $400, so I'm very, very gentle and careful with it. I've been cleaning it with a toothbrush and like mild soap, the way that the instructions say. But then I saw a targeted ad for this thing, and it's an ultrasonic mouthguard slash denture slash retainer cleaner. And it is a little bit sad how excited I am about this, but it is amazing. It is so simple. You can buy denture tablets to put in here with the water, but you can also just use water or put soap in it, whatever you want. But you place your device in here, fill it with water to the fill line, put the lid on, and then push this button. And it runs a 5-minute cycle. It makes a whooshing noise like, but it's not super loud. I can still hear Netflix over it. I run this while I floss and brush my teeth. I can still hear the video that I usually watch while I do that, and then I put like my tread on, whatever. I do my night stuff, and this is done in 5 minutes. It is amazing what a huge difference it made for how my mouth guard looks and feels, because it's clear plastic that has been slightly, let's say, less clear in the last couple of years. And again, not because I don't clean it, I do clean it, but I can't ultrasonically clean it with my hands. So this is amazing and so easy to use. The very first one I bought, it had a bad connection here, so it was not sitting like this. Like here, I can't move it up and down. The first one I bought was really loose. It was just moving up and down, but because I got it on Amazon, of course, they replaced it, no problem. Love their return policy. So yeah, this replacement one has been working super great for me, and I highly recommend it. And really, if you have any sort of mouth gear that you need to clean really well, this is it, and it's so much easier than cleaning it with a toothbrush, even with an electric one that I've done before. So yeah, try that. And if you have any recommendations for like tablets to put in here, that does not make your mouth guard taste like anything, because I really don't want it flavored, okay? But if you have some sort of like mouth guard safe cleaning tablet you can recommend me, I am all ears, because yeah, mouth guard is a part of my life for several years now and probably never gonna change. Last but not least, I have a few skincare organization things that I love. I did not drag my 2 bathroom organizers from the bathroom. I've shown them in different reels and stuff, but they really do look like the pictures. So the first one is a rotating 360 tower, and I keep my daily most used things in there. It really is like it sounds. It's a 360 rotating tower with all of my stuff. I really like it because it's a space saving thing. Everything's not just spread around on my sink, it's more vertical, and then it has some sections where I put little things that can't stand on their own, like little tubes and stuff, eye cream, etc. The nice thing is you can adjust the height of the shelves. So if you have really tall toner bottles, you can make the ceiling of that section higher. If you want a lot of jars to, you know, a lot of cream jars or something, you could use like smaller, a little shorter shelf sizes and fit more that way. So it's really, really versatile. I've had it for a while, over a year, and it's working really well. I did end up buying like a household cleaning organizer that I put under my sink with my less used skincare, and I just pull the whole thing out and put it on top when I use it. So that's another thing. And then next to the tub, I have an organizer. It's less of an organizer, I would say, and more of just a compact kind of contained storage solution for my facial cleansers, shampoo, wash off masks, those kinds of things. And I think I could fit all of those on the side of my tub just fine. However, I have a little toddler who does not like anything on the side of the tub while he bathes, and his solution for that is just to chuck it all on the floor, just in order. I don't know why. He does not like to share his tub with anything. So yeah, because of that, I now have this organizer that I really like, and has a lid. And it has a handle, but I filled mine up so much, I don't think I want to carry it by that handle. If I do need to ever move it, I pick up the whole thing by the bottom and carry it. But all 3 of those things, the under the sink cleaning organizer, the 360 tower, and the by the tub with the lid organizer, all of them have been really nice, and I use them all the time, and if something happened to them, I would rebuy them. And then someone recently, I decided to organize my unopened skincare. I have a video kind of walkthrough over what I have unopened, and everything is in these bins that I got off of Amazon. They weren't super cheap. I have got 4 of these. They have lids. The lids don't snap on. I do wish they kind of had little snaps or something, but they don't, but that's okay. I really like that these are clear and they're tall enough to fit most toners. So I have a bin for each product category. I have a toners bin, a cleansers bin, a moisturizers bin, a sunscreen bin, and they've been working really well. And I actually would encourage, you don't have to buy anything, but if you just have a large stash of unopened stuff, I really recommend that you go through that regularly to remind yourself what you have, because I thought I knew everything I had and I don't. Somehow in my mind I thought I didn't have very many moisturizers, and I ended up with an entire crate of them. So to avoid getting more things done you can realistically use up, I definitely suggest that you kind of go through your stash of unopened stuff pretty regularly, and the bins really helps me organize that. That's all I have for you today as far as Amazon favorites. I literally looked at my purchase history and then looked around my house for things that I use all the time, and these are it. But if you want more of this kind of content, like Amazon favorites lists, I am happy to provide more, because I buy a lot of the things on Amazon. And yeah, usually if something doesn't deliver to my house, I don't want it, because leaving the house is too much of an effort. I mean, I leave for work and I leave when I have to, but I don't love shopping in person, because I either have to take my kids or I have to find somebody to keep my kids, and it just becomes this whole ordeal. So if you want more Amazon favorites lists, drop me a comment and share your own favorites in the comments as well. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope this was useful. You can find me on Instagram at KBeautyHobbit, my blog KBeautyHobbit.com, and in my private Facebook group Korean Beauty Fanatics. Hope you're having a wonderful week. See you in my next video. Until then, please remember to always listen to your skin. Thank you so much. Bye.